The race for the championship begins on SPOTV. Watch all 21 adrenaline-packed racing action on SPOTV Now app.
Alvaro Bautista hasn't been off the front row at any round this season so far, bidding for his 4th pole position of the campaign, the 10th of his career. Makes his way through the new Variante Bassa for the final time. 2 minutes to go, so still another lap or so in this if he wants it. He might not need it. Alvaro Bautista is the first rider this weekend to dip below the 1 minute 46s. It's a 1:45.871, 1.5 tenths of a second faster than Toprak Razgatlioglu, who's down on his latest lap. He doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve from second, following in the tyre tracks of Andrea Locatelli. Locatelli himself posts a personal best. He relegates Axel Bassani down onto the second row of the grid. Brad Ray with another new personal best. Big gap between 4th and 5th positions. Bit of a scrap from 5th place down. Ray with a 1 minute 46.595, and the other Ray, Jonathan Ray, no relation of course, sits in 8th position as things stand. He, Scott Redding and Alex Lowe's making their way out on their outlaps, more or less together on the circuit.
I said about the importance of being able to follow the right person for Brad Ray. He's followed the 2 factory bikes there, Locatelli and Razgatlioglu. He's put himself up into the middle of the second row of the grid. Really good effort from him. Javi Vieira had a crash down at Aqua Minerali as well. This is just where Alvaro Bautista is on the track right now, as Bautista continues to try and improve. He's not finding anything on this lap, but Toprak is.
Yeah, surprising to see Jonathan Ray further back down the order, not making any impression. We're used to seeing him a genuine contender for pole positions, and particularly here in Imola, a venue he goes so well.
8th and 9th for the Kawasaki's right now, and how often have we seen it where they're side by side on the grid? It's because they're getting everything they can out of that package, but everyone else just seems to have a little bit more around Imola.
Locatelli and Razgatlioglu working together. Toprak's main overtake, main opportunity, strongest area on the circuit is that 3rd sector, but he and Locatelli have backed it off, and the checkered flag is not far away from falling. 40 seconds to go, so they might try to cross the line and then go for one more lap if they can get to the line before that checkered flag falls. Bautista's certainly going to get one more with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Toprak and Lock are going to get one more as well. They're just coming into the final couple of corners.
Yeah, working together, weren't they? Toprak was down by 1/10 of a second after 2 completed sectors, and has lost a little bit more and rolled off in the 3rd sector. Now we catch up with Jonathan Ray. Crucial lap this is going to be as far as Ray is concerned. He is down in 8th position, riding at the moment with Scott Redding. Half a second down is Jonathan Ray after 3 completed sectors. Might not be enough for him to improve. Our most recent pole sitter, his first pole, in fact, of 2023. And Alvaro Bautista's just had his fastest lap cancelled. So that'll relegate Bautista down to 4th position, and Toprak Razgatlioglu is your provisional pole sitter. So Bautista's not going to know about it, but his final flying lap is also going to be the lap he needs to get himself up onto pole position. He is 1.5 tenths of a second up after the 1st sector.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity now. We know the first half of the lap is where he's really strong. Toprak, though, on course for a personal best in sector 1, so we'll see what Toprak can do as well.
And Michael Ruben Rinaldi, after 2 completed sectors, is 2/10 of a second up. What a crucial weekend this is, and what a crucial session for Michael Ruben Rinaldi. You're walking wounded, or barely walking wounded, to be perfectly honest, the limping wounded, and that crash could have something to say about it. Iker Lecuona's come down, and it's the final sector, and Michael Ruben Rinaldi is going to miss out on an opportunity here to set an improved lap time. We catch up with Rinaldi through the final sector, but surely there'll be yellow flags at the final turn for Iker Lecuona's spill, and that's going to neutralise this lap from Michael Ruben Rinaldi. He makes his way now up the final turn. You can see the marshals just on the edge of the circuit. He crosses the line. It's only good enough for an improvement to P5, but he knows that's not going to be able to stand. And Rinaldi, bad news for him, bad news as well for Alvaro Bautista. You see the yellow flags in the background. Bautista loses ground in the final sector anyway, but presumably may well have slowed down for those yellow flags. So it looks as though we're going to have another Pata Yamaha 1-2 with Toprak Razgatlioglu and Andrea Locatelli. Razgatlioglu was on to improve again, but he doesn't need to do so, and it is a 1-2 for the Blue Bikes.
Yeah, for Toprak, for Bautista, Rinaldi, they were all up by 1 or 2 tenths of a second going into that final sector, but it's Toprak that's going to be the one that's happy with that situation. He's able to take advantage of all those yellow flags to take that pole position. Bautista losing his fastest lap time with those yellow flag infringements.
Yeah, for sure. Today I'm more happy than yesterday, because yesterday I struggled a little bit with the feeling with the bike. I felt not really comfortable riding the bike, so today we make a small change on the bike that allow me to have again a good feeling, no? For sure, today in the morning I can enjoy it a lot, no? And we did a long run this morning, almost race distance, and the feeling with the bike was amazing. No, again, good feeling. We went fast. Then in the Super Pole, I found almost all the laps yellow flags, so all my laps were basically cancelled. So I did a good lap time, but at the end they cancelled the lap because due to the yellow flag. So I think we can be even better. But important thing is that at least we are on the front row, and it is important for race. No, it will be really tough because it's too hot, and we have to manage everything: tire, energy. So yeah, let's try to keep enjoying like today, to do some show for the spectators.
Thanks, Alvaro.
Thank you. Grazie.
Alvaro Bautista then with third position in that Super Pole session in the end. It could have been pole, as I said previously, could easily have been P4 as well. There was a bit of a lottery in the latter stages. There's going to be a lot of riders in that session who say, well, I should have been in XYZ position, but ultimately a little bit of luck has played its way as well against Bautista on this occasion.
It's like anything else. You'll remember that when we start race 1, and then when we get to the Super Pole race, it becomes less of a consideration. By the time we get to race 2, you forget about the yellow flags and the laps deleted, and then it just becomes what happened in the Super Pole section, and that's where it's really unfortunate for the likes of Michael Ruben Rinaldi, because he's been strong this weekend. It's another weekend where he's been on the pace, but he's not going to be able to show it in the Super Pole section.
Best ever Super Pole performance in the Superbike World Championship, and only the second front row grid slot of his career for Axel Bassani.
Axel Bassani, well, despite a spill there, P2 on the grid, your best ever Super Pole.
Yeah, we did a really good job. I tried in the second tentative to take the pole position. I was really near, but it's okay. Now we have a race to do, and I want to do my best to take a podium, and if it's possible, to try to fight with Alvaro and also with Toprak.
Great stuff, well done, Axel.
Thank you, bye.
Axel Bassani then taking second position in that session. It wasn't quite to be a first pole in the class, but after the action-packed finale and indeed his late spill, Bassani with a fine performance all told, and it continues the pace we've seen from him right from the start of the weekend, which would suggest we could be seeing some best ever race results as well.
Yeah, and important for Bassani. We talk a lot about Rinaldi and his options for trying to hold on to that Aruba seat. Bassani wants to show Ducati that he needs their support as well.
Toprak Razgatlioglu, though, is back on pole position for the first time since the Indonesian round, his third pole of 2023, and a record 11th for Yamaha.
Toprak Razgatlioglu, brilliant Super Pole effort, back on P1 once again.
I'm really happy because after a long time I am again P1 Super Pole, and also very strange Super Pole today. But anyway, we did good job and we take the first position, and I'm really happy. Now I'm focused on race 1 because we are big fighting and not easy race because of very hot condition, and I'm ready to race. I hope we are winning in the race. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Toprak, well done.
Toprak Razgatlioglu then with pole position here in Imola, and he did it once again in tandem with Andrea Locatelli. Great teamwork from the two of them. Could have been a Pata Yamaha 1-2 at one stage.
Yeah, we see this week in, week out from Toprak and Locke that they work together in the Super Pole sessions. One weekend, one rider has to lead out the train, and then the next weekend it's the other rider, and they take it in turns, and it works really well for them. Both riders keep motivated, both riders perform well. Locke could have been on the front row very easily.
The race for the championship begins on SPOTV. Watch all 21 adrenaline-packed racing action on SPOTV Now app.